Sunshine, I'm Sunshine. Today we are using, what is the deck called? Whisper of Why cards, okay? So this is basically going to be a message of why something happened to you. You know, there's a why in your mind. There's a question that you want some answers to of why it occurred, why is it delayed, why. So we're gonna see what comes out for you. So those of you that don't know, it does take around 24 to 48 hours for the timestamps to be linked in the description box below. But I have the order that I'm going to be reading today in the description. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, also, if you'd like to book your private reading, there is a link below as well, okay? So today, we're going to start off with the lovely Aries. So, what has led Aries to this video? What is their why message? So it says, because there is wisdom you haven't found yet. So in regards to why this situation has occurred in your life, the delay, the whatever reason why you're asking yourself why, is because the universe is saying there's still something that you need to learn. When you look at this individual, they're sitting at a table and they have a book in front of them. They also have a lot of books around them. So the universe is saying why this has occurred is because there's still some knowledge that you need to learn before you can get to the finish and outcome. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Sagittarius. What has led Sagittarius here? What is their why? So we have here to prepare you for a miracle. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so there's definitely something phenomenal that's happening, or it's basically on its way to you. And with the image that's showing up here, I feel as if you may have lost a little bit of some hope. You know, when you look at this individual, he's literally just on a piece of land. There's just water around him and really nothing else. And if you were on that island and you're in that spot, there's a part of you that would end up losing hope after some time has passed because you're not seeing any boats go by. You're not seeing the opportunities. You're not seeing anything. And all you have to have and lean on is faith. There's also a symbolization showing as well as religion. So I feel like this card message is for you, is about you having more faith or strengthening your faith, trusting that it will work out, even though you cannot see any indication of it happening anytime soon. This card is to remind you to keep holding faith and keep holding on, because there is a miracle that's meant for you. But right now you're at a stage where your faith is the most important thing for you to strengthen before this outcome actually comes towards you. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next sign. So let's see. For Leo, what led them here? What is their why message? So we have here to help you find your inner strength. Okay, then you have an individual that's walking through this door that looks like it's like into his mind, into his soul. I feel like the message for you is about you understanding that you have so much more layers to who you are, that you have so much more strength that you even realized that you had. And I feel like it's about you tapping into it. So this card is, like I said, it was talking about you finding your inner strength. So why this thing is delayed or why it hasn't happened is because the universe is preparing you to be a lot stronger than you believe that you are, for you to level up in that category, in that field. So we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Cancer. What is Cancer's message today? What has led Cancer here? Okay, Cancer, you got two cards. So we have here to remind you of your power and because the answer lies within you. So I love that there is like this electrical thing in the background to remind you that there's a boundless amount of power and source that's going to come out of that. And I feel like this card is reminding you that you have such a beautiful power, that you do make these huge ripple effects. In this card, there's an indication of like someone like that's smoking, and there's all this smoke that's coming out. I feel like that's showing you that everything that you do, to the magnitude of how it can affect the environment around you. Now, I'm not saying necessarily you're a smoker, but I just feel like the smoke is just representing the amount of space you take up when you do things. And then with the second card, because the answer lies within you, there's a person that's sitting in a doorway and they're looking, but they're not moving beyond the point that they are at. And I feel like there could be a part of you that's feeling as if you don't know if you should take the next step or what the next step could be or what's beyond it. There's something in regards to movement that I feel like is coming from here. Maybe it's even just a matter of tapping into your mental space to see, what is the answers that you're actually looking for. There is something that's coming through as an indication of you need to make a step, but you're not doing it. Now, I do feel like you feel very aware of what that step will be, but there's an indication of just kind of standing right beside the line and not necessarily moving forward. And I feel like this is your advice to take that leap of faith. Know that you have an amazing power and gift, and it's time for you to allow that to shine. So we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Scorpio. So let's see, what is the message for Scorpios today? Okay, wow, you guys got like 3 cards. It says, because you're being redirected to a new path, to show you the strength of your spirit, to help you discover your true potential. Wow, such beautiful cards. So you're definitely on a new path, a journey. This is definitely taking you down a direction that is going to be better for you. The fact that the second card showing up that, spirit is here to show you your strength, show you your gifts, show you your true potential. There is an idea that you have. It's almost like you're sitting on a gold mine. There is something that you are not showing the world that is going to help you get to the next step, get to the next path. And it's going to allow you to be able to continue on the path of this new direction. It's going to help you have the strength to see how spiritually strong that you are. In that strength card, look how this individual is like pushing that tree. Okay, the amount of willpower and strength to do that, it takes a lot. I really do feel like there is a new chapter that you're entering, and it's one that is going to transform you. Even like these, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it almost looks like these are like butterflies, and going through that transformational period. So you're on a new path, a really great journey. So whatever this delay was, it's going to be a lot better. You're going to see the why afterwards. Okay, we're going to move on to the next sign. So we're going to go to Pisces. So let's see, what is the message for Pisces? That was quick. So Pisces, we have to teach you how to receive. Okay, so there's this individual, this adult, this man that is giving a gift to this little girl, this child. And I feel like this card is reminding you that, yeah, it's okay to give, but also remember that it's okay to receive. I feel like you might be the individual where it comes easier for you to just give. You just have that helping natural quality about you. But when it comes to people giving back to you, there's almost like this thing of like, no, 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 it's okay. I'm fine. I'm all right. There's a little bit of this kind of energy of like, no, no, I'm good. I got this. I'm fine. It's almost like you don't want to accept the gift. Maybe in the past people had alternative motives, or you're not used to it, so you got accustomed to not expecting it. But there's a sense of this uncomfortable feeling of allowing yourself to receive, and the universe is saying that there is an abundant gift, this amazing thing that they want to gift you, but it's almost like you're vibrationally blocking it. So we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Taurus. So let's see, what is the message for Taurus today? So what is Taurus's message? What brought Taurus here? So we have here to help you walk towards uncharted paths, because it's time to take a wider view, to help you find clarity. So this journey that you're on right now is leading you in a direction that you may have not been accustomed to, not something that people around you necessarily have taken, and the universe is gifting you with the ability to see something wider, something that's so much more amazing. It's almost like you could be dreaming too small, and the universe is like, hey, I have bigger and better for you. Don't dream so small. See the path I'm trying to show you. It's going to lead to more abundance, more happiness. And this path is definitely going to help you feel more clear. It's going to give you a lot more clarity. You're going to be feeling so much better when you've accepted and surrendered to this new path and the direction that not many people take. We have the individual here as the astronaut. Not a lot of people have gone into that, gone to visit the moon or other planets or wherever. It's not a path that a lot of people take. And I feel like this path that you're heading towards, that you're on, that the universe is leading to, is definitely something that doesn't feel familiar, definitely something that people around you may have not taken, but it's meant for you to take it. So we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Virgos. So let's see, what is the message for Virgos today? So we have here, because you need to trust your inner wisdom. Ooh, I love the imagery on this card. So you literally have a face that's looking in one direction, a man against a wall, and then two little individuals also beside him. And I feel like the universe is reminding you that you're second guessing yourself when it comes to things, that you do have enough knowledge. You do know enough. You don't have to do more studying. You don't have to do all these things that your brain is telling you have to do. You have all the tools that you need in order to pursue this thing. But there seems to be doubt that is in your aura that makes you second guess when you take action towards this situation. And this card is reminding you that you don't need to learn anything new. You have enough. Now, yes, it's great to learn new stuff all the time. Definitely educate yourself if you feel the need. But this card is saying you don't need any more knowledge to take that step. You have everything in your tool bag. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next sign, which is Capricorn. So let's see, what is the message for Capricorn that led them here today? to help you heal. Okay, Capricorn, I'm not sure exactly what it is that you're going to be healing from. Okay, it could be a matter of one subject, it could be multiple subjects, but I feel like the universe is saying it's okay to take a step back to allow yourself to heal. You know, you can't be in go mode and also healing at the same time necessarily where it will work as beneficial as you taking a step back. There's a lot of times when the universe will be like, hey, if you're not going to take that time for some self-love, I'm going to give you a flu. I'm going to give you a cold. I'm going to make you stop. I'm going to find a way that, you know, something stops you so you can get back into the now, center back into who you are, connect back into your higher consciousness. And I feel like the universe is putting a pause that has this beautiful gift of healing energy that's going to come as a result of you taking that pause. This is not something that is like, maybe you could be feeling as if, oh, why didn't it happen? I'm so mad, or, you know, this thing that didn't work out. But it's a blessing because this healing is going to allow you to actually get something that's 10 times better than what you thought you didn't get currently. So we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Aquarius. So let's see what's the message for Aquarius today. Because you're holding on too tightly. Okay, so Aquarius, there's something where you're feeling so attached to the outcome of having it. You're putting so much pressure on it being in a certain time frame. You want it to be now, you know, and the thing about law of attraction is when you hold on to so much of the attachment, what happens is you actually repel it away from you. Because when you're holding on to that, I don't have it now, that's a lower vibrational energy. That's a needy energy. That's a feeling as if you don't have all the abundance. For you to bring in what it is that you want, you have to get onto the frequency of I have abundance, of love, of light, of feeling fulfilled, of feeling like, you know, I already put in my order. When you think about when you go to order something, right, at a restaurant, and you don't fret and fuss and be like, well, you know, how come it's not going to come? And I don't think it's going to, you already know, you gave it to the waiter. You just have to let them cook it and they're going to bring it out to you, you know? And when it comes to like manifestations and stuff, we'll put in the order, but then we're constantly scared that something's going to happen. Like the chef's not in the kitchen, you know? And I feel like this card is reminding you that when you hold on too tightly, there's something in your vibration that is pushing it away. And if you can connect with what that is and find a way back to the frequency of love, of abundance, and the higher vibration, you're going to see, boom, that thing is going to come in, okay? Because there's something that's within you that needs to be released to bring this back into your energy. So we have here the next sign, which is going to be Geminis. So let's see what's brought Geminis here. Because it's a blessing in disguise. So you have an individual here that's standing in front of this door. You have a hand that is giving them a flower. Now, with this imagery, there's definitely a different scale in regards to size, okay? Definitely the person that's holding that flower is way bigger than the person that is standing there to receive the flower. And I feel like the universe is mentioning that that thing that you wanted or didn't get is because there's something bigger, better for you. The universe wants to gift you with something that's so amazing, something you didn't even think was possible, something that is beyond what you thought it would be. And the universe is saying, don't look at the spilled milk on the floor for the situation that didn't work out, because there's so much more abundance that I'm trying to gift you. And if you have that spot filled up by something that is smaller, I can't bring in this big thing for you. You think about a parking space. If you have an old car in your driveway, the new car has no space. It can't go because there's something else that's there. And I feel like this thing that didn't work out, it's like it's that old car. And the universe is trying to bring in that new vehicle for you. So this thing, when it sheds away and that energy moves away, you're going to have that open space where this new thing is coming in. This is such a beautiful blessing in disguise for you, okay? So keep having faith, keep holding on. We're going to move on to the next sign, which is Libra. So let's see what brought Libra here. Okay, so that was like half of the deck. We're going to try again. What brought Libra here? So we have here to show you the gift of stillness. Ooh, I know this one. So when it comes to the way society has made things, there's a sensation of like, you gotta hustle, like, you know, no sleep gang. You gotta keep going, you gotta keep doing, you gotta keep moving. There's this energy of being a lot in this masculine of do until we're so tired and exhausted. And the universe is trying to let you know that in the stillness is when you actually can get into the vibration of receiving, tapping into that divine feminine energy. Now, remember, we have both energies within us, and the masculine is more of the doing and the feminine is more of the receiving. So when you get into the stillness, you allow yourself to actually receive. You let go of the attachment, the outcomes, the this and that, and you trust, and you can tap into hope and faith. And the universe is saying, for this thing that you want, that you are trying to draw into your life, they're trying to let you know that in the stillness is where the gift lies. It's a beautiful gift imagery right here that's just ready to be opened by you. But in the stillness is where you're going to be able to attract that in. Okay, guys, I want to thank you so much for coming. Until next time, see you later.